Welcome to PPC Office Hours. My name is Michelle Kop from Level 28 Media.
And my name is Stu Atkins from Atkins Marketing Solutions.
And we decided to come together as business colleagues. We've known each other. Stu and I have known each other for, what is it, like 5 years or so? More than that, Stu.
At least.
And at least. And we worked together in a professional setting. I interned with Stu, not interned, but worked with him as a freelancer for his company for a bit. I mentioned intern because one of my very close friends was an intern for Stu way back in the day. We'll talk about that later. But Stu and I have been working in PPC for many, many years. I've been working in PPC for almost a decade. Stu, how about you? How many years has it been for you?
It's been probably 12 or 13.
Yeah, so combined, we probably have close to 25 years of experience here working in PPC and,
And we
working.
have 100 years of stories.
Oh, yeah. Stu's age helps us add up to that, right? No, I'm just kidding, Stu. You're not that old.
That's right. That's right.
But we wanted to just quickly introduce ourselves and share a little bit more about our work history, some fun facts, what you can expect in this show. And then from there, just share why are we doing this podcast and what you will be learning in the future episodes. So before then, I'll do a quick introduction of myself and share a fun fact. So, I am the founder of Level 28 Media, as I mentioned before. I come from a corporate agency background. So after I graduated from Cal State Fullerton, which fun fact, Stu is a professor at, which we'll talk about in a bit. Um, I did some interning and worked at small digital marketing agencies, and then eventually went on to work at Saatchi and Saatchi on Toyota, and had multi-million dollar accounts doing pay-per-click, Google advertising, Microsoft advertising for Toyota for a few years, and then moved over to Mindshare and Neo at Ogilvy, and worked on lots of performance marketing accounts like and big brands like AMPM, Arco, Sage Accounting Software, and so forth. And during my career, I won a Drum Search Award when I was at Mindshare for the best B2B marketing campaign. So definitely have quite a bit of experience in this realm. And in 2020, I left the corporate world to then go pursue freelancing and started my own micro agency. And I specialize strictly in Google advertising. Stu does too. So we're putting our two brains together to drop as much knowledge as possible about Google pay per click. Stu?
Yeah, that's great. And this is what you can expect, but you can also expect the unexpected. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up in the high tech industry. Started out selling personal computers in a small dealership, then migrated to Toshiba American Information Systems, then Kingston Technology. And then I worked for some smaller semiconductor companies, went through a couple layoffs. It was a great opportunity to reinvent myself after about 25 years in corporate marketing, working for big brands. And so I started Atkins Marketing Solutions in 2008. And I also started teaching at the largest school of business in California, Cal State Fullerton's College of Business and Economics. And I've been doing PPC, as Michelle mentioned, and I mentioned, for roughly 12, 13 years. I've worked with over 350 small businesses with a combination of consulting and primarily pay per click. And I've written a couple of books on marketing, and I do a lot of public speaking relative to digital marketing. And I love working with small businesses simply because the sheer variety. You
Mm-hmm.
never know what's going to happen when you walk in the door of a new client. It's a new story, it's a new challenge. It could be a combination of exhilarating success or complete frustration, but that's life and that's business. So it really varies depending on the client you're working with. But I will say the clients that Michelle and I have worked on together have been extremely rewarding and are going to give you some fantastic case studies that we're going to go over maybe a tad today, but primarily in the future, that you're really going to enjoy the real life feet on the street stories and how it applies to your business.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Stu, for that quick intro. Now, before we go any further, maybe we can just share one fun, quick fact about us. I think, Stu, you might have an extra one, but I'll go first in sharing a quick, fun fact about me. I don't even know if you knew this about me, Stu, but I actually started an e-commerce business in college. So this was in my early 20s. I created an Etsy shop where I sold graduation leis. And this was my first foray into digital marketing. And I was just trying to see what it was like and to sell items and get people to buy my little graduation leis online. So from there, I built a website. I learned some basic digital marketing, put a little tag on my website to track Google Analytics. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. But maybe after about 5 months of like crickets after going live, I finally got my first sale for like $38. And I was like, oh my God, I could actually make money off the internet. And now my business is solely on the internet. So, and this was way back when, at least probably, maybe even like 15 years ago. No, maybe 10 to 15 years ago. So, yeah, fun fact about me: started that e-commerce company just out of my home. It was just for fun, and it was a really great learning experience overall. Stu, do you want to share your fun fact?
Sure. I'm a drummer. I've been playing the drums since fifth grade, which means I've been playing way too long, and I still play occasionally. Uh, I also went to junior high and high school with Babyface. And some of you, depending on your age range, whether you're a Gen Z, millennial, et cetera, et cetera, Babyface has had over 200 hits. He's written songs for Madonna, Peoples,
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey, a lot of famous singers. Anyway, I even was in a small talent show with Babyface in junior high, and I got to jam with him in jazz band for a little bit in high school. So that's my only music claim to fame. He was a really nice guy. Whether he would remember me now or not, I don't know. That was in Indianapolis, Indiana. We both went to West Lane Junior High School and North Central High School in Indianapolis. So that's a little bit of my music history. Uh, Another thing about me that's unique is I have Tourette's syndrome. And I like to tell people that I'm a jerk, but I'm not a jerk. So besides my massive amount of hair, I'm not losing hair. I'm saving face. But I do have Tourette's. I have a mild form of it. It's kind of my own personal brand. And I through life I realized that even though I have Tourette's, it doesn't have me, and it's just part of who I am. So if occasionally I may jerk or make a unique, cute noise, it's a part of who I am.
Awesome. Well, yeah, thank you so much for sharing that, Stu. Um, let's go ahead
There's one.
and. Oh, okay. Only if you're watching the video version. If you're only listening to the audio, you didn't know what happened. So you need to come back on YouTube and watch it. Um,
That's right.
all right. So let's talk about our work history. Stu, do you want to share in maybe a 1 minute summary how you recall us like getting to know each other and us like working together? And yeah, we'll go from there.
Yeah, I have a long history of students I've worked with over 14 years at Cal State Fullerton, and I've worked with some incredible students. Two of those students, one was named Nicole, one was named Carrie. And to make a long story short, uh, Carrie took my marketing research class. And then after she uh, completed that class, I asked her to do an internship with me. That turned into her working for me part time for 4 years at my digital marketing agency. And lo and behold, Carrie mentioned to me that she had a friend named Michelle, someone you may know that's talking today. I had communicated to Carrie I was looking for some additional help, to help move my PPC agency to kind of the next level, excuse me, and just to kind of expand my horizons in that regard. And I said, "Do you know anybody?" And she said, "You know what? I do. There's this a friend of mine named Michelle. I'll have her contact you." And lo and behold, I got a phone call from this person named Michelle. And then what happened from there, Michelle?
Yeah, so during that time, it was actually interning. I wasn't interning. I keep saying intern. I don't know why. Intern. Yeah, that was way back. I was actually working at Saatchi and Saatchi when I worked on the Toyota account, and I wanted to get some more experience working with small businesses. So that's when I contacted Carrie, and she connected us. And at that time, you started working with a local franchise out here in Orange County. And by the way, we're both in Orange County, Southern California. But yeah, so reached out, and then we started working together on that small account, and then started partnering up on even more. So I was doing some freelance work with Stu, pretty much moonlighting, pretty much, doing work in the evenings, and then also like in the morning time. Every day we would have conversations about the clients, the performance, new potential clients, and it was super fun. It was a really great experience, and I'm sure throughout the show, you guys will be able to pick up on a lot of really great tidbits that we're going to be share from our own experience working together, and also from our experience working separately. But during the probably 5 years that we had worked together, there was a lot of really great stories that came from it. Lots of great lessons overall.
And it also shows the power of who you know and how they connect people. And it was the human to human connection that connected Michelle and I through a friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours. And that turned into helping us generate a lot of revenue, both of us learning a lot about PPC. And we'll be able to translate that network connection into your business and your life so you can see the power of network and how networking can be educational too, but never underestimate the power of when you meet someone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah, Stu and I, like I mentioned, we've known each other for about, 5 years. We've gone to Google in San Francisco together for conferences with WordStream. Yeah, so definitely lots of, and we flew out to, different, areas to do pitching, different cities to do pitching. One specifically that comes to mind is probably a few years ago when we went to Salt Lake City,
Yeah, yeah,
for
Salt
that
Lake City.
that big franchise.
Yeah.
So lots of great memories and lots of great insights to share overall. But through this show, we called it PPC Office Hours because we met each other indirectly through the university. I went to Cal State Fullerton, but I never actually took Stu's class. I heard amazing things about that class. I heard it's hard. I think his fail rate is really high. But no, I didn't take his class at the time. But I heard that he's a really great professor, and through my friend Carrie, she was the conduit that brought us together overall. So we call this show PPC Office Hours as like an ode to the university, because Stu is a professor, and office hours is an opportunity to ask the professor or experts for advice or feedback on different things. So in this show, we're going to be giving tidbits of everything we know about PPC. We're probably not going to get too technical because on my YouTube channel, I already have lots of content on how to set up, certain things with tagging and different settings and stuff with your Google Ads campaigns. But here we're going to keep it really high level, bite-sized content for the small business owner looking to level up their lead generation. Any other thoughts, what you want to share with the audience on what they can expect, Stu?
I think there's no substitute for real life experience and case studies. And I think when Michelle and I worked in worked with numerous clients, uh, it was a blend of it was rewarding, it was shocking, it was sometimes it was always fun, it was challenging, and it reminded both of us that no matter how digital or technical you get, the core principles of marketing you have to be in place. The internet won't work, PPC won't work unless you apply the tried and true principles of product management, strategic marketing, especially marketing research, using your brain, and thinking out of the box, and thinking strategically. And you're taking those key principles of marketing and applying those to the digital arena. If you don't have those key principles of marketing and just play around with the internet and PPC, you're going to fail. It's not going to be
Mm-hmm.
successful. So
Mm-hmm.
one of the main reasons Michelle and I were so successful with clients from all different industries and all different levels is that we really applied market research, strategy, and high level thinking behind the PPC scene.
And we'll be able to pull back the curtain on all of that and share with you a lot of these insider strategies and tips that we've been able to leverage to get really great results. Stu and I are very
And,
performance driven.
and one thing we used to always say, if you were going to hire us and you're looking for a mall cop, don't bother. You need special forces. And so we were the special forces that would come in and often rescue companies that prior PPC agencies had come in and created a mess. So we actually cleaned up the mess, and we learned a lot, and we helped clients. So you're going to get a big dose of special forces, practical, feet on the street PPC.
I like that. You got to be a street fighter, right?
That's right. And I wasn't a Navy SEAL, but I respect them.
All right, there we go. Well, that's pretty much it for this pilot episode here. Just wanted to introduce you guys to the PPC Office Hours and introduce you guys to your hosts, Michelle Kop and Stu Atkins. And we will see you in the next episode. Take care.
Thank you. Take care.